That can't be right. 85.6. Yesterday I was 80... What was I yesterday? 86.5. That's a 0.9 key drop. Off for morning cardio. It's a big weight drop, that 0.9 key. I slept very well yesterday and I had a rest day yesterday, so we'll just continue cardio as usual. No sudden increase in food just because we've dropped weight. There's no real need. We'll see how we get on tomorrow. I suspect we won't drop that much amount of weight tomorrow morning. Ladies and gentlemen, it's here, MV Pre 2.0 in the roadside lemonade flavour. I shall compare the old formula and the new formula. We still have the citrulline malate in there, the beta-alanine. We've got the glycopum, which is a much more stable version of the glycerol powder. S7 has been added. I've never seen this before. It's green coffee bean extract, green tea extract, turmeric extract, tart cherry, blueberry, broccoli and kale. In terms of the cognitive side of things, you've still got the choline bitartrate, the N-acetyl-L-tyrosine. Caffeine is still dosed at 175 meg. We've got the N-phenyl dimethylamine, Urea gerenesis, which is essentially DMHA. And huperzine has been upped from 50 mcg to 75 mcg, so an additional 25 mcg of huperzine. I'm very, very, very excited to try this. As you know, MV Pre has been and will probably always be one of my favourite pre-workouts on the market. Let's see how number 2 goes down. Now, fucking hell, it smells so potent. I'm used to taking half a scoop of the old formula, so I'll stick a half a scoop of the new formula, which is 9 grams or 8.9 grams, which will give me 175 milligrams of caffeine in it. You've got the addition of the S7, which will provide some form of stimulation. I shall consume that in the car about 15 minutes before training, because we are off to Muscleworks in Orpington. And now I shall switch over to the G7X Mark II. Shot's a bit overexposed, isn't it? It's the thing with point and shoots. Because Muscleworks is saying 20 minutes or 24 minutes away, perfect timing. Let's go for it. It's a sharp one. It's a nice pineapple. It's fucking good. It's very, very good. I shall keep you updated, because usually MV Pre, out of all the other pre-workouts, in terms of the focus element to it, hits me quite quickly. About 10 or 15 minutes in. Tastes sublime. It's happening again. It always happens with MV Pre. It's one of the very few pre-workouts that the cognitive nootropic side is just so boom. It's like this weird lull. It's like almost my blood pressure, my heart rate drops, and you get this weird whoosh. It helps when you put on some weird trancey techie shit like Tale of Us. And it's nowhere near, I keep saying it, it's nowhere near like coming up, but it's very similar to that first little, I feel something, boys. Hey folks, you okay?
I'm just watching.
Okay, I get quite put off when people watch.
Sorry, I'm thirsty.
It's very similar to when I go to the football and try and urinate in the urinals. Can you go? A very successful push session. This is one of, and today, which was leg day, the last more heavy, intense sessions. I thought he walked right in front of the camera then.
Did he?
Yeah, and there's there's full space behind. It's not my gym though, so I can't really moan. I'm going to utilise Muscleworks more often, because I think it's a fantastic gym, and the last time I went, the atmosphere wasn't as great, but this time, since opening, there seems to be more members and the atmosphere is very, very good. So we did a push session, and today was our last leg session. I am working with Calum again, I suppose, just for the next 7 7 or so days leading up into the show. Not that I have anything against Alex at all, but I just thought certain aspects to the whole depleting when I'm already pretty depleted and already in a very stressed environment, and pushing carbs down to like 25 grams a day for like 4 or 5 days to just load up and have one load probably wouldn't sit with me correctly. And obviously Calum's coached me through quite an intense off season, so generally knows my body quite well. So he will be just guiding me through and giving me a few updates day in, day out leading up to the show. And he's also going to Bodypower on the Saturday and Sunday. I think he's with the supplement needs guys, so he'll be in the hotel on Friday so we can check in and do a few pictures together. But a very very good push session in terms of exercise selection. The machinery at Muscleworks is fantastic. The Arsenal strength is brilliant. So I'm going to try and get a couple of sessions in there next week. It's about this time where we start to taper intensity down, and legs today wasn't hugely to failure. It was about 2 reps in reserve, which pains me to train like that, but at this point in time it's very much needed, and we are trying to alleviate as much stress and cortisol off the legs as possible. So compared to the last show, which my leg day was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday. It was quite close. So this time we're having a full 7 days off the legs. Cardio wise, it's still at 300 calories fasted. We've ceased the PM sessions, which is actually affecting my sleep in a much more positive way. The Proviron seems to be benefiting my sleep as well. There's some research into its effects on GABA and also reduced cortisol, but I'm sleeping very, very well. I had an 8.5 hours sleep last night and didn't wake up once, which is good, especially at 7 days out. So cardio is continuing at about 300 calories in the AM for another few days, and then on Tuesday, Wednesday, that just drops down to steps, and I'm tracking everything on the Fitbit, doing about 10k steps on average. And we also have the cardio at 300 calories. So nothing too crazy. I'm going to go through the whole peak week on the members site. It's been mapped out on the G Drive. I've sent that over to Calum and he's had a look and we're in agreement. A few tweaks on show day, but all in all, we're very much on the same page. So I'm very, very excited what sort of package we can bring next week. I think PCA are very much more on the side of condition than coming in full, and there's no point me pushing that boundary of coming in full anyway, because I am not, and I probably won't be one of the biggest guys on stage. Brandon's, I think, got about 1 kilo and a bit on me at the moment, so it's very much a condition game and balance and symmetry and proportion, which hopefully we can at least place top 3 or top 4. I know the calibre of the PCA European Championship is massive, and me and Brandon are going on like it's between us two, but you never know who's been prepping away. So should be interesting. I'm very excited. 7 days to go, and then we've got 7 days before Ibiza. We should be good for a few days. But there we go. I'll see you in the next scene. Buzz down, Thadiana. Hey babe, do you know what I'm bringing out today?
Well,
The new trainers.
the new. They look sick.
Updates on other cluckers. As you know, I reached out? Yeah. It's not wrought out, is it?
Oh,
No, I didn't just say that. Did I just say that in real life?
thick.
Wrought out.
Really?
Jesus Christ, I've gone red.
I don't know if I could be with you.
What the fuck? As you know, I reached out to Alex, and just for a second eye really, and there's no easy way of discontinuing it with someone, but I'm not back on board with Calum, but Calum, as you know, put me through a very successful off season, and he will be overseeing things for the next 7 days. just checking over things, sending a few updates over. I sent him over my devised peak week plan starting today, and we are both very much on the same page, which is essentially dieting up until the show. Friday night we have a slight feed up, and then on show day we pull back water a little bit and just snack on small amounts of carbs. So it is the last heavy leg session today. The primary goal for next week is to alleviate as much stress and cortisol from the legs as possible, hence the last leg session being today. Cardio is pulled back as well, about 4 days out, sorry. We're currently 1 week out now. And I think we should be in with a good shout. I'm aiming for a top 3 finish at least. I'll be very, very happy with that. The legs have just started coming in nicely as of sort of yesterday and today. We're moving well. So I'm going to go and train legs now. Pre-workout, MV Pre-Tool. I might add some pump formula into that because I've had 2 sessions with MV Pre on its own. Intra-workout, EAA+. And I have got on board the Project AD H2R Remove, which starts tomorrow, which is a natural diuretic. We'll start at 2 caps and increase that around 4 days out, so about 3 or 4 caps per day. Hey, let's have a coffee and a sit down in the corner. Tan's still just about there. Checked in with Calum this morning, very happy with how things are despite leg day yesterday and holding a bit more inflammation and water because of the legs. But weight is still down 0.1 kilos and condition is better than yesterday. So very excited to see how the legs will look in 2 or 3 days time once that inflammation is down. Today is a rest day, 300 calories of cardio fasted now. And then we're going to go to sauna, steam, spa, big drive on recovery today, big sleep, tomorrow's bank holiday, back in the gym tomorrow, and that's when we taper down intensity. And Calum possibly said that our last cardio session will be Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will just be walking around the block getting some steps in.
Ouch.
You okay? Oh. Show day clothes, courtesy of Monster Factory, reached out to the guys over at Monster Factory, very kindly sent a few bits over for show day. We have got the black t-shirt, which I'll wear backstage pumping up, and just because I want to look like Joe Brightman, I've got a crew neck Monster Factory jumper. I'm going to end the video there and have a nap because I'm knackered. And then I shall see you guys next week. Fucking hell. I haven't got it today.
You look pale.
I feel pale. I'm going to leave it with there. Peak week has already started, so it's like 5 or 6 days out. There we go. Thank you, good night. Much love.